Quarter Ninja presents.
Hello my dear friends, and welcome to Quarter Ninja's Lair, where we play games, and today we are playing Car Mechanic Simulator 2018. As you know, we are doing our 1000 cars playthrough, and we are sitting at 875 if I'm not mistaken at the moment. That is how many cars we have to finish, to do, and that's kinda really a lot. I'm looking, this is the car. Well, let's just see. In previous episode we did the Rover Evoque, which I really despise. It's horrible car. Then this should be Fiat Grande Punto if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, something like that. And the beautiful 911. And before you scream and stuff, it is ugly, it is horrible, I don't like it, and it's not Range Rover, it's basically crap. Okay, so this is Jeep Wrangler, which we left here. I think we removed most of the body parts, or I think it's everything there. So what we can do, we can immediately start. Is my microphone too loud? I don't think so, I think it's okay. So we will start with disassembly. In the previous episode we removed the body parts and stuff like that, but now it is about undercarriage, about stuff below. So let's do it. This is fourth car in this batch, and we need to do this one and one more, and then as always we are going to sell these 5 cars and start bringing a new project. This is a DLC car actually, so it is original from the developers. As you can see, another suspension that I really dislike, and I have no issues with that suspension being on the Wrangler, which is of course off-road car and everything, but I have issue with that suspension being on, for example, on Fiat Punto, which doesn't make any sense, and it is actually on each and every single car that they released as DLC. I'm probably wrong, maybe it's not each and every, but last like 10 that we did all had the same suspension, rear suspension, which is actually really stupid and doesn't make any sense. I think it is a pure laziness, copy paste, whatever, but I dislike it. In any case, that is how it is. You cannot do anything about that except cry, and we cried enough, so now we should move forward and do our stuff. So 2 more cars for today. I think I need to just give me a second to put my microphone a little bit down. I think that's maybe a little bit better. So we will finish these 5, sell them, and then start a new batch. I didn't record, as I explained. Okay, let's talk a little bit about that. We have time, there is no issue about that. So I'm actually recording this in a stream format. I explained that so many times, but let's repeat it. I do live in China at the moment. It's far away, time zones are really not working for me at all. Plus, streams from here, even you're streaming on Twitch and YouTube, sometimes you will have interruptions, really sometimes, but it's enough once per stream that you have a short interruption in stream, and that really doesn't look good. So I decided, because of that, and also time zone and everything, and especially because I'm extremely busy and I cannot keep any schedule to do these stream-like videos. Basically, it is there is no editing involved. It is what you see is what you get, and basically I'm just recording this live and putting these videos on YouTube. I think this is a great thing because it allows me to keep the format as it would be if I was streaming, but still, it keeps a quality, let's say, without interruption and other stuff. So that's about that, and yeah, I have hectic schedule really, and I record when I can. Sometimes I will do batches like 3, 4, 5 episodes, in 2 days or stuff. Sometimes I will not record for a few weeks, and this is one of the day like that. I didn't record for quite some time, and actually I had to remember what the heck I'm doing and what is what, because I had no clue where we were, but I think I managed to figure everything out, to sort it, and we can kind of move forward uninterrupted. So yeah, this is the batch of 5, this is the 4th car in this batch, and this is the DLC car, the Jeep Wrangler. Other than that, I don't know, we are doing pretty well, we passed that 900 mark, which was my goal for some time. Now we are slowly going down. What I see as an issue, and I see that more and more, it will be hard to get 1,000 cars, to restore. There is really simply not enough cars in the game as such, but I will have to do multiple versions and stuff. I decided that already. We did some, and we will do more, because I see that as the only kind of way to do this thing properly, and that's how it has to be. So we have, for example, 5 versions of the same car, which we will do very soon, or 4 versions, etc., etc. And that is something I think that we need to do if we want to keep with our goal of 1,000 cars. Let's remove the engine out. I think that's that. Perfect. I will take this one and see, do we have... no, everything is perfect. Well, let's do interior. As you know, I'm not explaining really what I'm doing, because if you want to know more about that, about really gameplay and how it is done, and what you should pay attention to, etc., etc., my recommendation is follow my first 21 episode, which we did, and where we explain really everything about the game. We played through, we went from level 1 to level 50, we got maximum XP, everything. So everything is explained there, and I think you should have very easy time to understand everything. Let's drop engine in. If you want to do that, if you want just some basics, feel free to check in the description below. You have the link to the basically game guide, which is very simple, 40 minutes or so, with everything that is kind of important to know explained. And I think yeah, we need to repair parts. As you remember, this is my biggest fault when I'm playing this game. I always forget to repair stuff, and then I drop some parts that are not 100%, and I hate it. This is a repair. As you can see, repair chance here 99%, because these parts are in a very good condition, and you can see the repair cost. If you have all the skills and parts are in horrible condition, you will have 95% of repair chance, and it will go up if you manage to repair part to 99, and then either you will repair it, or sometimes you will break the part, and it happens from time to time. But as I always say, it is a prudent thing to do and good thing to do, to repair whatever you can, because why not? After all, these parts are here to be repaired and not to be thrown away. Superb. We repair what we can, and then we sell what we... 99%. Okay, everything that is 99 and less. Groups like wheels, you see shocks and stuff, you have to sell like this. You have to do, you see, manual. I will also sell the engine. I don't care about the engine at all, and I will sell all these wheels, and that's it. Now we sold everything, we don't have anything here, and now we can start to drop parts and to assemble our car. This is the base. You see that we don't have air filters. I pressed escape twice, doesn't really matter. Let's buy air filters, which we will do like 3 pieces. I like to have some stuff in the stock. Some things you will use often, some things not. Depends, you know, it comes with experience. You will know what you need, what you don't need, and after all, you can buy whatever you need at any given moment. It's easy and simple. So this is done. Let's put radiator and let's drop in the housing and fans, or well, one fan in this case. Battery, yep, servo and stuff. So as I said, I didn't really record for quite some time, I think maybe even 2 weeks, as I was extremely busy, and I'm always busy, so basically I find very little time to do this, but I love it and I enjoy doing this, so you know, why not? I will always do it when I can, as you might know or not know. If you're following me for some time, you then know it. If not, I will just tell you. I basically spent well, a long time playing games. My first computer I got at 1984, and you can feel free to calculate how many years I'm playing games, but you know, I'm a proper computer geek, what would you call, and I had actually almost every single computer ever released, you know, in mainstream market, from Spectrums, Amstrad or Schneider, which was called, I think, German version, up to Commodores, Amigas, PCs from, you know, the first 286s, I'm talking about Intel stuff, AMD stuff, you know, computers. I remember coprocessors. Most of you that are young don't even know what the heck that is, but you know, before computers, you know, at the beginning, like they didn't have the mathematical processor inside. That was a separate unit. Actually, you had 2 processors, mathematical coprocessor and the normal processor. So that's very interesting, and you know, I remember the times when that was the case. Just give me a second. I think all Wrangler, yep, they are. Just I want to be sure not to F up something, so yep. So yes, I'm proper computer geek. I did work in a big gaming company as a head of community management, you know, for quite some time. As I spoke multiple times and explained, I traveled the world. I've been on every single biggest game show in the world. I met numerous people, developers, billionaires, millionaires, you know, really astonishing thing. I enjoyed that part of my life, but it was way too stressful, and I kind of decided to go some other way, you know, to live life a little bit less with less stress and a little bit more relaxed, which after all we all crave to do, you know. Stress today is a very nasty thing. So, you know, when I'm talking about games, you can imagine that I have a knowledge, I have know-how, I know stuff, and you know, I'm not talking crap and bullshit without any previous kinda, you know, knowledge about that, because today everyone are on the internet, you know, people are talking about lots of things. Most of the time people are talking about stuff they have no clue about, they don't understand it, but still they do believe they are, you know, kinda cold to say what they think, you know, called by internet or whoever. And in very many cases you will, you know, kind of see people talking bollocks. But again, many people I've listened, unfortunately, are very popular and they don't have a clue what they're talking about, which is really bad, but nothing we can do about that. There are, of course, some amazing people who are really great, who do some amazing stuff, but there are so many people that are clueless and really doing harm, you know, in a way. but it is the life, it is how things are working, you know, now in modern times. So we just live with that and go with the flow, what people would say. So this Wrangler is, as you can see, coming together very nicely. No big issues there. Now we are going to the rear suspension that, as you know, and I will repeat that, I super much dislike with all my heart. It is overcomplicated. It doesn't really resemble kind of normal real life suspension. It has way too many parts that are doing the same thing. I honestly believe that the guys who did this game didn't really have anyone on the hand to explain to them a little bit about repair shops, how they are functioning and stuff like that. And you know, I should know a thing or two about that, because I did work as a manager in one. You know, it's not my job, but I did a favor for my friend. I had some free time, and you know, why not? He needed help with his shop when he started it. So yeah, I learned a lot there, and I can promise you that this game is far from realistic. In many aspects, but you know, some things in the game are not so bad. And as I said multiple times, I really dislike a lot of things about this game. I think it's not developed very well. It's there is lack of attention, lack of really any attention from developers to the game and stuff like that. A lot of things that don't make sense, but still there is quite a lot of good things. So there is kind of balance, and you know, I do understand. I explained that this is money grabbing system, which you know, some companies employ. They kind of release something, and then I think it was they keep it a little bit, it was B, okay. Keep it a little bit, you know, push it forward. Where is the B? Ah, here. You know, develop few patches, you know, release a lot of DLCs to take your money, and then they just leave the game and ignore it completely. And this is my money grabbing politics. This is kind of developers that are doing that are not, you know, the best developers around, but it is one of the business models which usually, you know, is chosen by smaller companies with not so good, let's say, developing skills and stuff like that. They, you know, often have good ideas. That's very interesting. They often find a niche and holes in the market where they can place their product, and because of that they can do the money grabbing thing. You know, they can just push it until they basically milk all the money they can, and then they just ignore it and move to some other project where they do exactly the same. I fortunately didn't work in a company like this, because I would be really pissed off with that. I worked in a company where we really worked hard to, you know, develop the game and to kind of do everything as it should be done, to follow through stuff and things like that. But you know, I always say there is so many different things today in the world, and so many different approaches, and some people do this, some people do that, and you simply cannot have everything. Either, you know, you just live with that, or you don't. It is actually your choice. I decided I can live with that, and you know, even if I don't like it, I can tell you that I spent a lot of money on this game. I bought every single DLC, everything. So you know, it's kind of for me never an issue to give money to developers. Really, I do want to support them. I understand how that works. I worked in the industry, but still, you know, I don't have to like it, and I don't have to really enjoy it thoroughly. I think the only thing left is the drive shaft. So yeah, that's that. So with that out of the way, I just want to remind you to like, subscribe, and comment, because we cannot talk real time. Comments are very important, and as you can imagine, liking video or subscribing to the channel means a huge amount to me as a creator, so that is always very welcome, and thank you in advance. The parts, we will see what parts do we have, because I think we do have most of these body parts. As always, you will maybe remember, if you work with me on this, well, if you watch these videos, you know, and if you're engaged in this, usually the headlights, taillights and glass will not be good, you see, like this, but other stuff you will be able to repair. Basically, there are like 3 states, which I would say. When you buy a car in the auction, you will always get the car which actually has two different states. One is all the bodyworks will be in perfect condition, okay, 100% everything, including the glass and stuff. Second state will be like with this Wrangler, which will not have glass windows and lights actually restored and repaired, so you will have to buy it. These are 2 states that usually comes from the auction, and the junkyard is different. With junkyard you will always get super crappy parts, you know, just few of them, never actually any glass, I think, and stuff like that. But it is okay, perfectly fine, I don't mind it. Jeep and Wrangler, okay. So we are going to go to interior shop and buy 1 bench, 2 seats, and I think we have steering wheel Jeep. Okay, so that should be that for interior. Let us see. I think we can. No, did I put the wrong one? Because I have. You might remember. I have just. Let me see. Yeah, I have or had quite a few seats that I bought for some reason, one or another, and then I'm trying to get rid of them, but not on these cars that have this perfectly, you know, customized seats and everything. We will use them on some random car that doesn't really care or mind. Color I will not touch, actually. Car looks good. There is no need from my point of view to do that. With plates, maybe you remember, maybe you not, but what we are doing, and I will show you now, I decided to go purely with Beijing plate, where I am at the moment. Let me buy like 20 of these, okay, but these will have QN, okay, perfect. I'm quite happy. Just give me a second to check how much. Something is very, very strange here. Is it 800 or 850? Can I not write? You see, you cannot type the amount and you cannot keep the mouse pressed, which is amazing. I have no words about that. As I said, I decided I will simply use never do this. You don't want to do that. You want to actually mounting, not dismount. I want to use plates, Beijing plates with QN or Quarter Ninja here. Where is that? Is that rear license plate? Okay, now I'm absolutely confused. Assemble mode. Where is the rear license plate? Front is there, but I'm actually it's here. Okay, Perfect. That's it, I think. If you look here, 100% everything, and that is the Jeep Wrangler. I will send this ugly thing to the parking for now. Move the Wrangler to the lifter one, okay, and let's bring the last car in this series, or in this batch. I think it's batch is better word, and that would be another vanilla car, which is this Ford Mondeo, or how it is called here, Royale Crown. Yeah, this car obviously came from, as you can see, it's in perfect condition, came from the auction at some point. It looks almost like Maserati in front. All these cars are not molded, from what I can see, these vanilla cars are not molded perfectly, you know, to represent kinda, you know, this is not Mondeo. Actually, this doesn't look like Mondeo. It resembles it, but I have a feeling they intentionally didn't make it perfect. They did a little bit of change, so probably they couldn't be sued or something. That's always a safe assumption. Yeah, this is it. Let's remove actually steering wheel, and I think we should now remove these things from the engine bay. Okay, you know, we always do that first, remove stuff from the engine bay. We have the ABS system. Auction cars, junk and the barn cars usually have both ABS pump and module, but the junkyard cars never have ABS module. Which is interesting. There are more parts like that. This is again, as I said, bad programming, bad RNG or whatever. Still, it doesn't matter. Once when you learn what you will get, you will always get the same things, you know what to expect, which is of course not normal and shouldn't be like that. But you know, I didn't see patch for this game for such a long time that I don't expect anything to be fixed any point in time. Now, this is, as we said, Royale Crown or Ford Mondeo, which should be Ford Mondeo, and this is fifth car in this batch. Once when we finish this one, we are going to sell it. Now, we are doing these 1,000 cars, and we are actually trying really to buy, restore, repair and sell 1,000 cars. Which I really, more we are moving to the goal, more I see issues with that. I gave myself a really great and big goal, which I think we can do, but I do believe we will have to repeat ourselves, and also we will have to do different vanilla cars that are basically, you know, the same but with different engines or stuff, just to be able to get to the number 1,000. So yeah, bear with me. For example, in the next batch, after this one, I don't think that will happen today in this episode, but probably, but batch will start in this episode. We are going to do a Beetle, but I was looking, that is the model by Lit, that is the name, well, the creator of the mod. You have everything. Well, I didn't mention that. Let's just mention it now. I have I have made 1,000 cars spreadsheet, which is of course in the description down below, and you can see everything there, from the cars we did to the cars we have in parking, engines in the stock, all the mods with their creators, a link to them, everything is actually here in that, or there, let's say, in that spreadsheet. So I really recommend checking description down below and clicking on the spreadsheet and checking it. I think you are going to like it, and all the info there, I believe, is really comprehensive and makes a lot of sense, and you know, if you like to play this game, it might give you even few hints about what cars to do and stuff. So yeah, that was just the mention. As you can see, exactly the same suspension like it was in the Jeep Wrangler. Yet again, you know, just copy paste, a very, very, very bad practice, but yep, it is how it is, or what it is. I cannot remember actually what I was talking about before the spreadsheet. I'm just at the moment lost. I will probably remember and we will go back to it. You see, if I was lucky enough to have a live stream, you would just remind me, but as this is not the case, I will have to think about that. And it's not so important in any case. It's okay. Let's remove this, and yep, this side is done. I was talking about cars, yeah, about the number of cars and everything, yeah. And this is a little bit of concern, so you will see in one of the next episodes we are going with probably 5 of the same cars, but these are all the different versions and stuff like that. And I kind of like it because it gives you the same car, but every single of them is different in a way, so it's kind of the same but not the same. So we will do more and more of these wherever the mods allow us. And I was talking about the Beetle made by Late, yes, and then we switched to, I just remember when we switched to talk about the spreadsheet. It is a beautiful, beautiful Beetle, but for example, I was looking at it and you cannot really make 2 versions. The only different parts that you can get are front and rear bumpers. So I decided I will just do one Beetle, you know, from that mod. But we will try to maybe include other mods, because I'm thinking, you know, there is possibility that there is another Beetle mod, which maybe someone did, you know, some crazy Beetle with big wing or something. So we will see how that goes. Whenever I can, I will do multiple versions. When I cannot, I will not do it. Now, the main problem is here, we need to remove this. I see this is the issue. And now we can remove this. Although I might be able, yeah, the only thing we had to remove was the turbocharger. With these engines it's tricky because you have a few parts that you have to remove first, up, down, down, up, and it's a little bit boring and stuff, but it's okay. And now we can finally remove gearbox, and that's about that, my dear friends. Let us see, one more screw, done. Happy with that. Let me pull this down, good. What do we need to do now? We need to pull the engine out, as you can imagine. This is something that, yep, we have to do. And then let's do, as always, our interior. As I will explain, interior you cannot see much, especially on newer cars with exterior. Well, welder also doesn't do anything because this car came in perfect condition. Let's just drop the new engine, and this is i4 supercharged. You have all engines and video about engines. We have 6 videos which are talking about engines, engine guides, all engines. You see, I didn't repair parts. Let's go there. All engines in the game, 62 of them, are covered in 6 videos. Everything is linked in the spreadsheet, so feel free to check spreadsheet. There you have all explanations, all engine guides, everything with all engines. All the videos are time coded, so you can jump directly to the engine that interests you. We build every single engine so you can see how it looks, what parts are going in and stuff like that. I hope it will be useful for you. Perfect. Let us just sell, not this. As always, my buttons are next to each other. Very often I will just press one instead of other. How much we're going to get? 2,500 per engine. Let me sell this, and I will keep wheels just to be 100% sure that I didn't F up something that I was preparing wheels. Okay, let's start. We managed to repair base and stuff. Well, let's see. Interestingly enough, most of the times you will be able to repair most of the stuff that can be repaired. Not everything can be repaired, and there are numerous lists and spreadsheets on the internet that talk about that, so feel free to check it. I will not just invent hot water again, you know. We didn't remove the intercooler here, which I had to do, so I haven't do that. I didn't do it. That would be most proper way to say it, I believe. I'm not native English speaker, so as you can imagine, sometimes I will maybe say something that doesn't make 100% sense, but I hope it's not a big deal. I do believe we can understand each other perfectly well. Yes, we need to remove intercooler. My mouth dry. Well, my mouth is dry, is a better thing. Let me see. Let's check. I think we can repair it for sure. You see, done and done. No need to buy new part when we can repair this one, and I will immediately return intercooler on its place. Now let me see. I think we don't have front exhaust section turbo. You know that I usually buy multiple things, and I will buy 2 of these. I realize that my stock inventory is not so huge at the moment, so we can buy thing or 2 here and there. And if you see me click on random thing and put things at the place, you know, now something here and something there, just don't be bothered, because I explained that so many times. In this game there is no right way or wrong way to assemble the car. You have you know, kind of parts that have to go first to be able to put some other part, okay? But you can do it in order whatever you want. You can maybe do left wheel first, and then the, I don't know, engine bay, then the front right wheel, then the rear left wheel, whatever makes you happy, you know, whatever you feel at any given moment. Like me, you see, I now jump to gearbox. If you ask me why, because I've seen it there, and I realized I need to put drive shaft, which we don't have. And for that case, basically front drive shaft, where it is, it's normal one. And because of that, I immediately decided to put gearbox, because you will see, to be able to connect wheels and everything, you need to have the drive shaft, and the drive shaft cannot go in without the gearbox, etc., etc. So everything is connected, so you have to decide, you know, at any given point in time what you want to do. Here we need also a bearing, and bearing, when it is done, then we can put a drive axle, which, as you can see, goes here, and this is why I installed that. Just to recheck, classic 3, 2, 4, 5, I think these are the wheels. They should be. Never forget to put your bushings in. Bushings, as you know, there are tons of them always, and they're very important, as they are something which you have to put in if you want to finish the car. And also you can see that I don't have enough bushings at the moment, and we are going with crazy amount of 40. Actually, it's not crazy, because usually on this car, for example, you will have at least 8 big bushings, plus on arms 8, 16, I think, even. So yeah, that's not a huge number to buy 40 of these. Okay, this is kinda, you know, nothing special, very boring car in a way. I kinda dislike this DLC, not DLC, these vanilla cars, because especially these modern, they don't look somehow okay. They do represent the car yeah, this might be for Mondeo, but yeah, I don't know. I don't really like it much, but that's me again, only me. Classic 3. I think I can do this. Classic 3. Yep. Okay, this should conclude front. We cannot put this in. We cannot put this in. Okay, we will have to do it from engine bay. A little bit of tweaks and juggle will be needed, but it's okay. i4, I think a rear muffler i4, it should be this one. Again, I don't want to buy more at the moment. I really don't think we need to keep more in stock. We will buy them if we need them. And luckily, see, we managed to repair most of the parts. We didn't even need to buy a single part really until now. So that's kind of good. It's better flow technically, you know, because you don't need to kind of stop every 10 seconds to buy a new parts and stuff like that. So I'm quite happy with that. Let's talk about let's talk about China car industry. Well, we will not talk really about industry, what we are going to do, because most of the people are really are not aware, and you know, all that propaganda, that people talking medias and crap. But you know, you can see what's going on only if you are there, and you know, for me at the moment I am, and I have opportunity, you know, to see what's going on and how I'm talking about car industry. I'm not talking about other stuff, and how car industry looks like. And I have to say I'm actually impressed. One more thing also, I spoke about that already, but just to repeat it because I think it's interesting. I lived, you know, in different countries, okay? I traveled the world and stuff like that. And I lived in a few countries and I've seen it, you know, not only lived, let's say I lived in quite a few countries, but I traveled or visited at least 50 countries. So that's, I think I stopped really keeping numbers, but I will have to go back to it and just recheck it. But as I can say, for sure, I visited at least 50 countries. And I've seen, of course, cars there and everything, and I lived in few countries, and I had cars in few countries and stuff like that. So the most impressive thing, for example, when you're in Beijing, for example, which is the capital of China, of course, the you know, most important, I would say, city in China, in a way, because of the city center of everything, actually, political power and stuff like that, and a lot of industry and a lot of huge big companies. Alibaba's headquarters, one of headquarters, is like 15 minutes walk from here, and stuff like that. And when you look at cars here, I was actually pretty much shocked first time, because I have never seen really old cars, you know, in all the countries I visited. There are always some old crappy cars. You can see they're really crappy. You can see they're old, they're, you know, like, I don't know, 20 years or so. They're rusty, they're you know, you simply, if you like cars, you will always figure out what is new, what is old, what is good, what is bad, and stuff like that. Here, I didn't see that, actually. I was just yesterday, no, the day before, was walking around, and even, you know, my wife was kind of, you know, there are no old cars and stuff. So yeah, it's very interesting. Cars here are mostly really either new or in very, very, very good condition. and they're not really old. So yeah, that's really nice to see. You know, they're not importing junk cars from outside and selling them here. I really think they don't do that, and you simply don't see these things here. Other than that, you know, Chinese car industry is very strong. People don't know about that. There is a huge number of manufacturers, and as you know, I was reading some analysis from, of course, Chinese experts, because they know their market, they live here, and they know how things are done. They actually say that it is expected that quite a few of these companies that are making cars at the moment will simply, you know, disappear in a way. They will not be able to stay competitive and things like that. And, you know, they will most probably merge with other companies, you know, and put things together and stuff like that. But at the moment, there is a huge number of companies. Also, the Chinese have very interesting, Chinese companies, very interesting approach, many of them. They're huge, big companies, multi-billion dollar. You know, there are a few Chinese companies that are, I think, way bigger than Ford or whatever you would expect, you know. So they do have like tons of brands. You know, for example, I think it is a Great Wall, if I'm not mistaken. You probably heard for the Great Wall or not, doesn't really matter. It's a huge company which has tons of subsidiaries, let's call it. I think it's Great Wall. For example, Haval, then Aura, and things like that. So basically, you have. Just give me a second. So random bench we need. Let me see. Maybe we have everything. Before I do something stupid and buy stuff that I don't need. Yeah, we do have everything. This is 5 letter D. Okay. So they do have that interesting approach, you know, to have multiple really brands inside a big company. Well, you know what would be the case with, maybe if you talk about Volkswagen, for example, they do have, you know, under their umbrella, I don't know, Seat and Skoda and whatever. But these are kind of, you know, separate companies. I don't know how I would define, but you know, here you don't know the main company, but you know, they have all these brands. It's a little bit different approach, but still they have so many beautiful cars, and it's really impressive, I have to say. Let's stop talking for a second because we want to find, you know what was the car that we did just now and that we cannot find? Help me, please, guys. It was this one, I think. Okay. Yeah, we can talk about cars later. This is it. Our last batch, it's just finished. Let's go from the ugliest down. So this is the Castor Avalanche, or Range Rover Evoque, which I strongly dislike, and I don't think it's a nice car in any way. Yeah, that is it. First car, ugly, and goodbye. Just get rid of it. If you like it, well, I presume some of you like it, then good for you. I don't. This should represent, well, it's called Royale Bianco ECO Turbo. This should represent Fiat Grande Punto. It is a little small car. Well, I don't know even, do we want to spend time? Not really. It's boring. Goodbye. You know what I will do? Usually I sell them in order I prepare them, but I'm thinking maybe, doesn't really matter. This is a beauty, of course, 911 Carrera 4S, a beautiful red Porsche. I think this car, you know, from this batch is really wow. amazing, beautiful machine. We got some money for that. That is very, very nice. I'm quite happy. After that, Jeep Wrangler. You know, Jeeps are Jeeps, not much to talk about that. You know, Jeeps are kinda a brand in itself, you know, and when you say Jeep, it's just, you know, what it is, and it looks very, very good, you know, powerful, as Jeep should look, like a all-terrain vehicle. Very nice machine. Let's sell it. 100,000, nice. How much money do we have? 42 million. Well, we cannot move much from that. And this is, it should be Ford Mondeo. It's called Royale Crown. It's again nice color. I didn't even paint anything in this batch. It was all pretty nice. Let's sell it. Not specifically, I don't know, exciting cars, but you know, Porsche was nice, so that's it. Okay, so this is done. I will let's bring this. I want to clear that from the stock also. So this is Mayen M8, or that would be Audi A8, as you can imagine. It looks pretty much like it, but it doesn't look like it. As I said, they always try to make it a little bit different, probably to avoid any potential lawsuits or stuff like that. You know, it represents the Audi, but it's not that. In perfect world, you know, that would be Audi A8. At the moment, for me, it's Audi 7.5 because it doesn't look good enough. But you know, it is a car that we have in our game, and we are going to actually use it and kinda, you know, restore it, and that would be +1 car in our list. This one, I think I will use Ford engine. Well, you know, Ford engine. Unfortunately, in this game, you don't have engines from different manufacturers. Well, you have, but not many. So you have to do what you have to do. I think I have a Ford engine that I can drop in. I know Audi wouldn't use Ford engine, but you know, if they allow it, I will use it. Why not? Here it is not about the manufacturer of the engine, it is more about the proper engine, I would say, that, you know, is going in. That should be it. As always, we are going to put our battery on the charger. I told you multiple times, I like to do that because I do believe it is okay way to save a little bit of money, to have a good habit of always, you know, repairing, restoring whatever you can, and that is the case with our batteries. Okay, I'm just checking, give me a second. Okay, I hope the sound is good, because I just realized I moved from the microphone. I do hope that is not a big deal. Well, I came back now to the microphone, but I was, you know, laying back in the chair a little bit, relaxing. Now I realized it's a little bit far from mic, so yeah. This is, I think, auction car, I'm actually sure, but it's in pretty crappy shape. Usually auction cars are in better shape, but this one is not. Give me a second, I'll be back. This is my chair rolling around. I'm trying to position myself better. Okay, let me see. Let's do the Mayen, and after that we are going to do something, well, yeah, I think it will be okay. This is going to be a double version of the same car. There is nice mod that is Mercedes-Benz E550 which is done by deadbob777, and it is kinda it came in two versions that I found. One is normal coupe and one is called Coupe Designo, which I presume from what I can see, there are visual differences definitely and stuff like that. So we will in any case do both of these because we can, and it will, you know, give us two more cars, and these are going to be next to. After that, I spoke about Beetle. We will do Beetle. I don't think that will happen in this episode, but the Beetle goes in the next episode. So, yep, that should be that. The engines we are going to use for this one, funnily enough, will be Maserati engines, because I don't think there is a proper Merc engine in the game for this car. I cannot remember, but I think, yeah, the V8 twin turbo, the only Maserati has one or so. So we will see how that goes. I prepared everything. As I said, for each and every episode I need at least an hour of preparation in advance, because engines have to be prepared, wheels, you know, everything that we put on the car, a shock absorber, stuff like that. I prepare everything in advance, so you have a better viewing pleasure and less hassle with the stuff. In any case, let's disassemble this. This is again, unfortunately, a huge big suspension that we need to spend a lot of time on disassembly and assembly. Nothing can be done about that, I reckon, so let's just do it. This is episode 50, which is very nice. I'm really happy that we managed to get to the number 50, and this one should be released, I think, somewhere around the end of June. Well, you know, when you're watching it, it is released already, but I do believe, you know, because I'm recording this quite some time in advance, I do believe it is going to be released somewhere in the June. I hope I'm correct. I don't know even why I'm saying that. It doesn't really matter for a viewer, you know, for you, because you're watching it, but this is just what I was thinking about at the moment. And as I said, this is like no editing, nothing, practically, you know, stream directly on hard disk, so whatever I say stays here, and we are simply going with that. That's it, I think. Yup, that should be it. Let's let's see, can we pull the engine? We can. So interior, we didn't spend any single second with that, but let's check it now. Okay, now we are watching the car. I'm applying it. If you see the difference, lucky you. I always say, yeah, it's kind of a little bit more shiny, but I think the devs could do something better with that. The welder, as you can see, fixed all the body problems, so that's perfectly fine. Let's see how this is badly programmed. We will drop in this V8 DOHC Coyote engine, which is a Ford one, 5 liters. Actually, we don't mind, that's perfectly fine. I will take the battery, and now what we are going to do, let's add the stuff we can. Just give me a moment, because if you're watching with me, you remember what we didn't do yet again, and this is the third time in a row. We didn't repair stuff. So you see, with stuff that is of lower quality, you start with 95% repair chance, and then it comes up to 99, etc, etc. So let's fix whatever we can. Let me see when it comes to, yeah, when it comes to yellow, when it's more than 50%, then it's always 99%. So, top tip, If it is 50% or more percentage of damage, then it's 99% of repair chance. It almost sounds like oxymoron, you know, 99%, 50% or more damage, but actually it's not damaged more, it's damaged less, but it has more percent of quality on it. It's very strange. Perfect, that's done. Let's sell the parts. As you know, we always try to sell them, but not this. We need this, sell parts. 98 is perfectly fine. We will sell this engine, 4,000. Also, let's sell rims. Okay, I was just concentrating and not wanting. I wanted to sell. I didn't want to sell anything that I shouldn't. Okay, let's drop the parts in. Brake servo. Finally, we didn't manage to repair servo. I got two, so we have one in stock for, you know, the case we needed. You remember we got 3 air filters at the beginning of the episode, and funnily enough, every single car had this filter. And we spent all 3 of them. I didn't expect that. Usually you don't have it in every car, they have different systems, but in these we did have it. Okay, this dual vent or dual fan setup. I'm just looking, where is the ABS system? ABS system is here. So let's put ABS system, and then we can move forward and do other stuff. That's done. Out, push car up. I think a green will stay. I kinda like it. Usually I don't have way too many green cars, so I like to leave cars in their factory colors whenever it's the color is, you know, like interesting enough. And as you can see, I already mentioned that we do have a quite a nice repair percentage, because we managed to, you know, repair all the parts. We have them all, and that's very good. I don't think, oh, we have sway bar. Perfect. Do we have links? We do. Nice. So everything is here. Let me see. Yep, we are managing to repair and restore a lot of these things, so that is quite nice. Perfect. I'm thinking, so when I'm not talking, that means I'm thinking a little bit. I'm just juggling stuff around. Thinking about what we are going to do and how, and things like that. Okay, good. In any case, this doesn't seem to be so complex. I think all the wheels are the same. This is not really the racy car. Front exhaust pipe V8. Okay. Front exhaust pipe V8, that should be the normal one. It's always like here. No, this is B. This is the one. We'll buy 4 of these. Either we need them or not, but as we have 42 million, we can just sell the parts whenever we want. We get 50% and it doesn't really matter. Actually, we don't care. We don't have middle mufflers. Okay, let's switch to this side, try to finish, add the bushings and stuff, and that would be it. Okay, now I'm looking at the clock here at my OBS. It says 1 hour, 3 minutes, 49 seconds. So this is how long we are recording, a little bit more than an hour, and we are starting. So basically we started a new batch around 55 on 55-minute mark or so, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe we did, maybe we didn't, but around that. So pretty nice. We managed to finish first batch fully in less than an hour, although we had multiple cars ready, so that helped. In any case, I do expect today, until the end of this episode, to have at least, well, I would say at least 3 cars done. Yeah, I think that is a perfectly viable option. 3 cars done. I didn't look at the sizes of the wheels. Maybe I effed it up and they're different, but you know, we'll cross that bridge when we come to that. Exhaust pipes, 2 of these. As you can see, we are slowly burning through our stock of exhaust systems, but I hope it will be good enough for this car. Okay, now let's start to build this suspension. As you can see, you see rubber bushings. As I said, whenever you have this suspension here and cross member in the front, you will use around 16 bushings per car, which is a lot actually. And also you have bushings here, as you can see, 2 more, and here you have 1 small, 2 small, so yeah, everywhere. They're really everywhere. We don't have rear muffler, we have rear mufflers. Another bushing, sway bar B, but a rear one. We are buying in batches of 3 now, because these things cannot be repaired, as you might know or not know, and you need to simply always have them ready and in the stock. I know that this upper arm, we do not have it actually. We will have to buy it, but it's okay. We don't have a rear shock absorber cap. Let's buy, and you know what, I will just buy 2 for now, and then later we can try to juggle it and to make it the same number of all the parts we need. You always have to put, okay, so wheel hub bearing. With wheel hub bearings, always buy 20, because you know, depends if you're doing a lot of restoration and stuff, because these cannot be repaired and they're used very often. So yeah, that's about that. So wheel modern 05245, yeah, these are all the same, so no problems actually there. We should be good with muffler and also last fuel tank, I know that. Pump is coming here, and let's put bushings in, so that should be that. Okay, let me see. So at the moment we are doing, okay, you see, I was thinking why this has this suspension, and then I was thinking about Mercedes. I spoke about E550, and I was thinking, why would the mod guy put this suspension? How, you know, that's not often. And then I realized this is not that. This is actually a freaking vanilla car. So now you know. Rear suspension arm, it is actually where it is, a vanilla car, and as you can imagine, there is always the same, exact same suspension on all of these cars. So you tell me, would you believe that all of these cars that we did, vanilla cars, had the same suspension? I can promise you they didn't. But I presume copy paste is the easiest way to do stuff, so they did it that way. Okay, I'm missing here quite a lot of parts. I know that we need small rubber bushings. Usually you don't spend so many of them, but with these suspensions, you know, and these all vanilla and DLC cars, we spent huge amount of them, so we needed to buy them again. because actually now I have enough experience, you know, to know how many parts I need and what should I have in stock and what not. Okay, let's check it. 100% body window. Okay, I know what is that. Doesn't really matter. Blah, 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 blah. It seems everything is in. Mechanically speaking. Hello. Thank you. So these two body windows, as you can see, they are here. And let me just let me just sell. There. Yeah, we sold them. Okay, now we will check body parts. Okay. If you see here, I would say we have all of the body parts except the glass and lights, as always. M8. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to buy all the glass, everything, and all the lights. I think we have everything now. And later we are going to actually see about interior. I always close the hood, as you might know until now, if you watched me, because I like to see the lines of the car better. And we are going with our Beijing plates. I should have all the glass. Yes, I did buy it. Okay. Do we have to paint something? That's an interesting question. It seems not. It seems not, actually. Okay, this is the rear one. Quite a lot of parts, of course. Big car, Audi A8. It's really a big machine. Very nice. Okay, let me see. If we talk about interior, we don't have bench, but I'm finally going to use these seats. I actually don't care what is in original. Now let me go out and check what we need. We need M8 leather 1 and steering wheel 5. M8 leather 1, M8 leather 1 and steering. No, I will take this one and steering wheel 5. Where is the steering wheel 5? Okay, it fits nice. Now, why I chose other bench? Because the seats are in the same color, so I think that fits better. Yep, the car looks good, perfectly fine. This should be 800% all the way. Green car, it's okay color. It more reminds me of Skoda than Audi, but it is what it is. Let's move it to lifter 1. This is the first car from the newest batch, Audi A8, and during the Quarter Ninjas layer you can see here. Okay, next car, let's bring it in and let's work on that one. This is it. Okay, so it is 550e Coupe, but this is the normal version. So immediately I'm going to disassemble everything I can. Coupe, you see, 2 doors, very nice, everything. I still don't know what the differences are between see, this is the fender. You have to be very careful with mods. Sometimes you cannot find these parts. I have to see what are the differences because I'm not actually sure what they are. I kind of hope we will be able to figure all of that in due time, so we will see. As you can see, no ABS module because this is the junkyard car. car. As always, things are missing, the same things always repeating itself, so yeah. I'm just looking, did we miss something? I do not believe so. Air filter, well, we will see. Let's put the battery, 7%, really bad. Yeah, let's drop it, well, pop it up, or put it up. Interesting thing with the Designo version of this car, it had slips on the back and standard tire, I think, on the front, and I decided I don't like that at all, so I just put sport tire on all of the wheels. I'm usually trying to do it, you know, as much true to the original, you know, restoration, but sometimes I will change stuff when I don't like something and I didn't really like it. So yeah, just for your info, if you have, you know, if you played the game and had the same mod and you're asking yourself, oh, you know, like, but it was that or that, yeah, I changed it because I didn't like it. It doesn't break anything, it doesn't really matter at all, but for me it makes sense. I didn't remove a seat for some reason. I kinda completely didn't see it. Doesn't really matter. We will remove it, but it annoys me. Okay, let's move here. Let's remove stuff. So 1 hour 15 minutes. We are slowly pushing towards 2-hour mark. As you know, all our episodes are around 2 hours, usually actually on the 2-hour mark with minute here or there. Why is that? Because I do believe personally, it's my opinion of course, that is very good kind of length of the episode. It's short enough so you are able to watch it. If you like it, you know, you are able to watch it in one run, and long enough to allow us to do you know, quite a lot of things. So that's my opinion, and that is why I put it like that. 2 hours. Okay, so this is the engine. I cannot from here. Doesn't really matter. We will remove it a little bit later. I'm talking about the seat, and still, as you can see, we are treated again with the same suspension, which this is the mod car, so I cannot really complain. I presume the modder had his reasons why he used this suspension, but you know, I always complain when copy-paste thing is on all the DLC and vanilla cars, more or less. I cannot say all because I didn't check them all, but you know, at least in these few episodes, one after another, all of them have exactly. I didn't want to do that, of course. That was just a misclick. Yeah, that is a fuel tester. You have all these tools in your inventory. You can check them, you know. If you want to know more about them, check my walkthrough. Well, not walkthrough, I would recommend that you go with my first 20 episodes where everything is explained, full playthrough and everything. All tools and every single thing. And you can actually read in the description. I believe I wrote in the most descriptions, you know, most important things that are happening in that episode, a specific episode, so you can see, you know, what's going on and what do you want to see, etc, etc. Okay, so today I have it's like a judgment day, because every single suspension today was of the same type, rear suspension when we are talking about that. This horribly complicated, over engineered, doesn't make sense, etc, etc suspension. but it is what it is. We should simply, you know, do it, and we are doing it. As you can see, a lot of stuff. Bar, and finally I think we can remove this. Perfect. That's that. Let's remove the seat. It kinda annoys me, so I want to remove it. If you press escape, it will not do what I want, and that is it. No, first we will remove engine, of course. Let's do it properly. Engine is out, and what I'm going to do before I do interior and bodywork, I'm just going to repair stuff, okay? I just remembered, and then I said to myself, okay, let's do that first, and let's just go with that. See, most of the parts are in very bad condition, but still we will manage, I'm absolutely sure, to repair 90-95% of them, which is always very, very welcome. Good. Let's sell everything else. Again, wrong button. I can feel it. Hello. Thank you. 99. Yes. Perfect. I will not sell wheels. I will sell engine and that. Wheels we are selling a little bit later. I just want to be sure that I didn't F up anything with wheels, and these are the wheels that actually we need to use. Okay, interior done. I didn't even bother to, you know, show anything. Exterior black will stay. There is no doubt in my mind about that at all. I love it. Let's drop the engine in. Twin turbo DOHC, that's it. Engine is in. Pick up our battery, and let's move forward. Brake servo, radiators, fan housing. As we repaired everything, I'm just not bothering myself. I'm just putting stuff. I know everything is 100%. And ABS module, as we didn't have it, we are using our last one from the stock. That's about that. Let's push car up, and this is going to be a very, very beautiful car. As you might know or not know, it depends how long you are watching my videos, I'm not the biggest fan of Mercedes as such, but I like them. So I would say, I don't know even how to explain that. If I had opportunity to buy it, I would not, most probably. But I do like them. I think they're high quality cars, really great, nice and everything. Especially interesting is to see the number of Maybachs here where I live. You know, it's like on every single corner you will have a Maybach or two. And not to talk about Rolls's, Ferraris, Lamborghinis, whatever. You know, when I lived in United Arab Emirates, I was thinking they're really rich and, you know, they had all these toys, so much money and stuff. Then I came to China and then I realized, oh my goodness, yes, there are some rich people in Emirates, but, you know, I think here is so much more money and capital, it's not even, you know, you cannot compare it in any way. Brake disc ventilated. Yeah, I was yesterday. I was walking. No, yesterday, 2 days ago. I was walking with my lady, and we were walking through, you know, some. I would call that residential areas. Okay, with big buildings, you know, and all these communities, very beautiful, very nice, but nothing special, you know, it's like almost, I would say, middle class stuff. Just give me a moment to trip, yeah. And then, you know, and this is not the first time, this is like second or third time that I've seen that there is a actually Rolls Royce, new one. But you know, the one that is like SUV type, with the hatchback end and stuff. Well, almost like SUV. Doesn't really matter. It's a new one, and it's sitting, you know, it's parked in front of the on the building parking and stuff. And I'm thinking, you know, you have to have so much money not to care and to have your Rolls parked actually on the public parking. It is in the, you know, in the compound and stuff like that, but it is public because, you know, there is like thousands and thousands of people live there. But this is how, you know, things are here, and it's always impressive to see stuff like that. There is also one hotel, I cannot remember the name. It is on Sanlitun, and Sanlitun is like the heart of young people, Beijing, you know, bars, shops, stuff, nightlife. It's really, it's a beautiful place, actually, really, really amazing. There is one hotel, and always in front of that hotel you have these Lambos, Ferraris, Aston Martin stuff parked, you know, all the time, and it's always nice. I always go, when we walk, I always go there and check what is parked there. Is there something new that I didn't see, and stuff like that. So yeah, it is interesting. And not to talk about all Chinese electric cars, which, you know, for 90% of these people don't have a clue they exist, but there are some really, really beautiful, nice and super high quality cars. And yeah, as I said multiple times, if I had the opportunity to buy a Chinese car, I would do it without a second thought. And I have a friend who has Chinese car, and it was that is one of the cheaper ones. I think it was a Cherry, and you know, he got it for basically I would say nothing, if we can say that, compared to Western cars. And that car, you know, works for him so well that it's astonishing. And I'm the guilty party that kind of convinced him to buy it. V8C front exhaust pipe. V8C. That was way before I came to live in China. I simply told him, listen, you know, the value, and you know, based on my experience in a repair shop, as I said, I worked there and stuff. It's simply, you know, so money efficient to buy something like that, and actually it was, and the car works perfectly fine. It's very good, you know, it's like any Western cars. You can compare it with Volkswagen Bora, or maybe what is the smaller than Octavia, but not Skoda Rapid, I think, or something like that. So yeah, they do have a huge car industry, actually. I think that was the normal one. Let's buy 4 of these. And so many different brands and stuff like that. And yeah, when you have market that is like 1.5 billion, 1.4, let's be more precise, 1.4 billion people, you should have, you know, huge industry. But when, you know, if you read stuff anyway, the only market that really, you know, works for car manufacturers at the moment is China. You know, it's going up, and sales are really rocketing, while everything else in the world is just, you know, not going anywhere, actually, because of the bad handling of the COVID situation and stuff like that. So yeah. Let me see, suspension again. Can you believe we got our bushings and we don't have them again? It's simply astonishing. Oh my goodness, way too many parts. Yep, so yeah, that is that about the cars here. As I said, very impressive, you know, to watch all these cars, to see how many expensive cars is around actually a rear drive axle, to also see how many I don't know, high quality cars are here, you know, not really. Why I have so many axles? Did I buy 10 of them for some strange reason while I was talking? It is possible. It's not a big deal. As I said, once when you get deep into the game and stuff, you simply can kinda sell everything. You have enough money, you just sell everything and then you buy everything you need again. You will lose in the process 100,000, 50,000, doesn't really matter. You will not even feel it, trust me. Springs. So we had 4 of these. 8, and then I think 4 of these. I'm just trying to kind of juggle with numbers and make it happen that I have even number of these, but it's not a big deal in any case. So what is this? 27 again, but these are the rear ones, a little bit bigger, 255s compared to 235s that are on the front wheels. As you can see, and now when you start to get these junkyard cars, you are starting to have not issues really, but you are not having enough parts because you cannot repair parts. These junkyard cars are coming without many parts, and then you have to start to buy parts again and again, and that's about that. We'll have 3, okay, that's good. Nice. So rear suspension, this is arm A. I will buy 3 of these as always. You know, the rule is if you need 1, you will buy 3. If you need 2, you will buy 4. This is for these kind of parts like arms and stuff like that, but you know, for some other stuff like rear shock absorber, you've seen it, I bought 8 of them. Because I know we will use them. And these sway bar links, I bought also 6, 7, 8, something like that. You have to make the best judgment, you know, how much you want to have in stock, not to have to open, you know, shop all the time and buy stuff. That's just that. It's up to you actually. Whatever you feel is the best to do, you should do that. Yeah, you see we are missing here. I didn't want to do that actually. Let me see, can we? I don't think we can screw that. We can actually from here. Usually it doesn't work. I wanted to do bushing because I realized it is missing. So rear suspension arm B, yet again, this is this one. We will buy 3. As you know, we need 1 here, but I will have 2 in reserve for whatever need later. Rear suspension arm. Again, 3. The next car is an auction car in perfect condition. So most of the parts will be repaired and restored, I'm quite sure of that. But still, I like to have a little bit on the stock, so I don't need to buy parts all the time. Let me just double check. Left headlight we didn't remove, a rubber bushing, and fuel pump. Rubber bushing, let me see. Rubber bushing shouldn't be here, shouldn't, no. I'm just trying to figure out rubber bushing because the only thing I can remember is, yeah, as you can see, not a big deal at all. We will remove a left headlight. Okay, my dear friends, let's push it down and see where is the left headlight. Left headlight is actually here. Now I will show you. You cannot repair these things usually. I'm talking usually, but you see, with mods, from what I gathered, you can. That's kind of, yeah, usually you cannot repair windows ever, and the lights sometimes. In any case, let us maybe before that, let us see. We have some, I hate this. I actually hate this. We are going to have to do this hard way. Yeah, we are going to have to do this hard way. Just give me a moment to see. Okay, so what I'm looking now, I'm looking 550. You see, 550 has quite a interesting choice of parts, and this car, let's try. I'm not even sure, can we do that? Let's see. This car is basically all the stock, as you can see. There is no A, B, C, nothing. Everything is stock. So this is a stock version. This is a stock version. And what I'm going to do, because I cannot be bothered and I'm really too lazy to bother myself, we will not buy tinted glass. We will buy normal glass for this car. Okay, this is the first step. So we are buying normal glass. You see, we have black trim with spoiler, without spoiler. But as I said, this is all normal. So you see these front ends. Oh my goodness, I'm not even sure what we should do. But yeah, we should probably do this. This is Designo. Engine cover. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to buy stuff. I think this we have, doors we have, hood without or with, I think the hood maybe we have. I don't know what light. I will buy all of these because, as I said, I don't care about money at all. We have all the money we need. B, what is the difference? Yeah, let us start. Whenever we have, you know, multiple parts, it's perfectly fine because we can just sell that and we don't need to be bothered at all. Yeah, I think I like the front part here actually very much. Right doors we had, so all in all, this is kinda the stock version. I would say stock because it is, you know, just normal stuff. And the other version, I presume, will be a more of sporty thing. Let me just check. I got two, but I'm not sure which ones. These are the both the same. This is a new one, and we will use new one. See, we have all these lights, trunk. I think some of these we might use for the other car. Rear bumper we don't have for some reason. So I think let's go with B. A little bit of a change. Yeah, I do really like it. Let me see, here we are missing window, I can see that, and there is no front plate. Huh. Okay, fenders. Okay, fenders. I will buy just a normal fenders, okay? You have different trims. What also, yeah, we will just leave it like that. We can put B turbo or whatever, but I don't want to actually. I just want to leave it as it is because I believe this is how it should be actually. That's my opinion. Okay, leather 10 leather D and SLS. 10 leather D and SLS. Okay. So 10 leather D. And steering wheel should be SLS. Why not? It's America after all. Yeah, it doesn't have rear seats, but we managed to get rid of all the seats from the stock and everything. I'm happy about that. The car is actually done, although this time we are going to use our paint booth or paint shop or whatever. Let me see, do they have some liveries for the car? They don't. Set factory. See, factory color is this strange grayish one, which I think we are going to leave. It's a very much, I'm not changing, you know, you can put metallic or matte or chrome or whatever. I'm usually not changing that. There is really no need for that. We are not making cars kinda, you know, special or something. We are just restoring them. Yeah, the color is, strangely enough, I don't think it works very well. Let's just do it differently. Bear with me, please. I didn't like it. As I said, sometimes when I don't like it, I'm going simply to change it, and I'm changing it to this. This cannot go wrong. Well, with black you can never go wrong. Okay, you see, it looks better. It has a better flow with you know, the roof and everything. The gray doesn't really work well. Perfect. That is 550 Coupe Mercedes, of course. 141, enough time to bring one more car, which is the same car but a little bit different, and this color will stay because I'm really I love it. This car, luckily for us, is in perfect shape, as you can see. And what we are going to do, we are immediately going to remove everything. You know, sometimes I know it's not maybe kind of the best thing, you know, you have this perfect, fine, superbly nice car, and then you disassemble it and assemble it again. But after all, I'm, you know, doing a restoration, and actually, as you can see, this car is not in good shape. Yes, bodywork is good, but everything else under the hood is not, and this is what we need to rectify. We cannot simply, you know, ignore it. We have to do it, and as you can see, this car is going to be a little bit different than previous one. Why? No, we cannot. Okay. Wanted to check. Now, as you can see, the car that comes from the junkyard doesn't have ABS module, but the car that comes from the auction has one. This, as I said, from my point of view, of course, it's not okay, because that's kinda broken, and yeah, but nothing we can do about that. Thinking, let's push car up. V8 should have starter integrated here. You see, it has slicks at the back and normal tires at the front. I really strongly dislike that. I don't think I like it, and I changed it. I put only sports tires on all the wheels. That's, you know, my choice, and this is how it's going to be. This is, I can promise you, this is the last car we will do. If we manage to do it, we will see, because we have 15 minutes. In 15 minutes, actually, you can do it, but we might not finish it fully. It depends how fast we are and how much energy we spend into doing this. At the moment we will just go with the flow and see where we are. And then, you know, if you ask me why I'm doing this now and removing this stuff, because I really want to do that at the moment. There is no some special reason, it just feels right. We can now remove starter, gearbox, and then we will remove the left front wheel and suspension around it, okay? Magnificent. 3 cars. I hope we will have more or less 3 cars almost fully done. Maybe the last one will need a little bit of work in next episode. I don't think so actually, but you never know. My actually idea was always to have like these kind of 3 cars done, and then you come in and then you do 2 more, then you sell them, then you do 3 more, etc, etc. So you always have that written that goes like that, you know, and I hope we are almost, you know, there. We are doing that exactly how I envisioned it at the moment, and I hope it will stay that way. So that's done. We can move here. I don't really like this combination, as I said, of slicks and non-slicks. I know that sometimes you use that to keep car better controlled and stuff like that, but I don't like it in this car. It doesn't feel right. So I just changed that, and we will have sport tires on all wheels. Please, thank you. Okay, wow. Yeah, really hard work. Also, why we spend so much time, I have a feeling like, you know, after all these restorations I've done, and now it's 100 something, I have a feeling how much time do we need for everything. And you know, especially with these rear suspensions, they do take, I would say, few more minutes per suspension assembly and disassembly, and this is why we are at the moment kind of short with time, and I'm not 100% sure can we finish 3 cars, you know, in this episode, 3 cars from the new batch. Because this takes really quite some time. We will see. So basically, I don't know, maybe we will need 5 more minutes, you know, in the next episode, but let's see. Okay, so this is a second Merc, E550. This mod really looks great. I really like it a lot. As always, I don't like, you know, the amount of work that we have on this, but still it doesn't really matter. The mod itself looks really nice. The cars are beautiful, and that is all that matters. Do we have maybe bushing here? You see, I know already what problem can be. Well, we are not so bad, as much as I can see. That's about that. We can move our lifter. Hello, please, thank you. Lifter here. We can pull out the engine. We can do our interior. As you can imagine, I will not bother to show anything because nothing is to be shown. Basically, there is nothing. You see, the car is in perfect shape. We will just drop the engine in, twin turbo, and that's that. I'm going to take the battery and just let's, what we didn't do. You for sure know now what we didn't do. Let's do it. Okay, what I'm thinking, this car is pretty good shape also. We should have most of the parts restored, repaired, and that's very nice. Also, I got some stuff, I bought them, so I think we will not lack parts, we will have more or less everything. Do we want to sell stuff? Actually, we do. 98%, okay, and then these rims and these shocks and engine is 6,000. Good. Yes, if you remember, if you don't, if you didn't watch previous episodes, I decided actually to just to check that they didn't put some parts. No, I decided to with engines. It was a question for me always, do I disassemble old engines, you know, and then restore repair stuff and then assemble the engines, or do I just make new engines? And I made a decision some time ago, just make new engines. It's not worth the time and effort. Now, if you are playing game for fun, you know, for pure pleasure, of course it's worth, you know, just go disassemble, enjoy the process. But if you're doing something like I'm doing at the moment, trying to actually do 1,000 cars, restore them and stuff, for me that doesn't make really sense. For me it's much faster to just make new engine and just move forward. So that's about that. If you are doing it for fun, for your own pleasure, for, you know, enjoyment, by all means go for it, disassemble the engine, restore, repair and stuff like that. But if you're doing things like this, kinda on a bigger scale, I really recommend you just do make engines from the zero. That's the fastest and most efficient way to do it. Okay, whenever you hear these bangs like this, my keyboard, I'm just banging my enter button. It's mechanical keyboard. I recommend, you know, for anyone who likes good keyboards, go with mechanical keyboards. There is no doubt about that in my mind. These are the best. I have a Chinese keyboard, I spoke about it. It is, I don't know even what is the manufacturer, but they are well known here. But yeah, its name, it's really not something that I can tell you now. It doesn't really matter. I paid it a fraction of the price. What would you pay for some of, you know, Western brands? And it is full, well, the best of all, it is full LED keyboard. And I'm talking about full color LED keyboard, which means every single button has, I don't know, all the colors, whatever, I don't know how it's even called, but it is a full spectrum of colors. Everything can be customized. There is a software for that and stuff. And I paid that, like, I honestly believe not even a half what would you pay for some of Razer or some of the names, you know, they sell you in Western countries. And yep, I can tell you that living here kinda shocked me in many ways, really in many ways. But you know, when you're talking about the things you can buy here, I can promise you there is no country, actually, not a single country where you could buy all these things you can buy here. Not even America. Don't be, you know, like misguided, because the mid-class population here, the people who have the, you know, the power to buy stuff, actually is bigger than whole population of America by far. So yeah, what can you buy here is astonishing, and you can buy some really cheap stuff. You can buy some really expensive stuff, you know, and I'm talking about Chinese manufacturers. You do have like stuff like you all know for DJI, basically the best drone manufacturer in the world. They are by far, you know, from what I know, their technology is by far the best. And you could, for example, go and buy their drone. Their drones are not even here super cheap, you know. They might be cheaper because, you know, they're produced locally. I never compared prices. I really don't care about that. But actually the point is you can buy, for example, DJI Osmo, their cams, the small gimbal cams, which are, oh my goodness, the best toy that was ever invented, ever. Something is wrong here. Something is really wrong here. And this is wrong. I didn't repair it. I will go and repair it because if I don't, yeah, just give me a minute. So, for example, these things are also, you know, pretty much expensive here. Not so much probably as there in the West, but you know, not everything is cheap here. Don't be naive. There is huge amount of super high quality products, and yep, you know, I have, for example, Xiaomi phone, and for the money I paid, my goodness, I don't even know, can you, it's astonishing simply. And I know that most of the people in the West now know how good Chinese phones are, and actually, you know, what a bang for the buck you can get from that. But still, you know, there is so many things, that's amazing. Also food, I love Chinese food, but you know, what you eat in your countries, you know, wherever you are, mostly you will get adapted Chinese food that is kinda, you know, catered to the taste of the people that live there, and which is normal, of course, and you should do that, you know, if you want to sell something, you should cater it for the market. But here you can eat the proper Chinese food, you know, that people here eat, of course. And it's a different food, it's different stuff, and I actually love it. Not all of it, of course, because you always have some stuff that is a little bit tricky and, you know, not maybe something that I like and things like that. But most of the food is astonishing and really great. As I said, we will not be most probably able to finish full restoration, not most probably, but sure. I was thinking like, can we or can we not, but yeah, I tend to believe that we don't have enough time, and now I know. So we are 1 hour 57 minutes basically. We need to finish episode really soon. I didn't mention this, well, I mentioned it only once, but I just want to repeat it. So please like, subscribe and comment, which means, you know, if you like what I'm doing, these videos, just press the like button. If you like my channel and, you know, the content you are seeing, feel free to subscribe, you know, it's always appreciated. But most important of all, please comment, you know, let me know in the comments below what do you think about the game, what do you think about the channel, how do you like the videos, stuff like that. If you have some questions, feel free to ask. I will gladly answer if I can give you an answer, of course. You know, you can talk about cars you like, you don't like, what do you drive, what you would like to drive, etc, etc. So feel free to comment. That's always nice thing to see people, you know, engage in communication. I will try just to finish with mechanical part of the things here. Let's try to do that. We have 2 more minutes. I think we might be able to do it. And then in the next episode, we are going to simply finish, you know, fully the car and kinda, you know, put the body work on, and that would be it. You see, it's asking for the slick tire, but I'm not giving it slick tire. I don't like it, so it is a sport tire. Now let's see. starter, of course. Starter is somewhere here. Let's put it. And my dear friends, boys and girls, whoever is watching, this should be it. The car, mechanically speaking, is done, finished. It is a beautiful car, I would say, for a girl, beautiful color, and we will finish that in the next episode. I could rush it, but I don't simply want it. We did finish this E550 Coupe, very beautiful, and this should represent Audi A8. For the basically this session, that is it, but for the next, for this batch, we will have also a Beetle and a Ford Raptor. What to say? It was a pleasure as always. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed me talking about stuff. Feel free, as I said, to comment, ask, and things like that. You have been in the Quarter Ninjas lair. You know, we have been playing the Car Mechanic Simulator 2018. This was episode 50 on our 1000 car journey. And you know, as always, have a great day, stay safe, take care about your family, do something you love, and most important of all, enjoy life. That is something I always say at the end of the episode. We are just breaking 2 hour mark, and I'm saying bye-bye. I will see you very soon. Until then, enjoy and have a great day.
Please subscribe to this channel, share and like this video. Thank you.